I've been on council and off council for the last 30 years or so, and it's been part of my life. Schreiber, I was born and raised here, as of my grandmother was born and raised here, so, and I just love Schreiber, and I'm just trying to make it better, and I've been doing that, like I said, for 30 years. One of the things that I'm working on presently with the family health team, and we would like to get a physiotherapy in Schreiber, a therapist, and have our own physio. At the present time, there's about 80-90 people on the waiting list to get into Terrace Bay, and they're just swamped. And I've been talking with the physiotherapists in Terrace Bay, and they're right behind me on this project. They've shown a lot of interest in helping to set up a physio. So that's one of the projects I'm actually working on. I'm really proud. I was the mayor at the time, and I was successful through Shelley Martell, who was Northern Belt Mine Minister, and she gave us money to build a new medical center, and I got that through knowing Shelley and lobbying. I got the medical center, as well as we got the recreation hall. We had our recreation center was trailers, the hall was trailers, and we took them down and built a new hall, and I'm quite proud of them two projects. I was on council when we put the water and sewer in Schreiber. At one time we never had sewer, it was cesspools. Everybody had a cesspool in their yard, and that's years ago, and we were successful in getting money from through the mayor of the day, who was Harold Fisher and Harold McFarland, and we got money to put in a sewer system as well as a brand new water system. So there were projects that I worked on as well over the years. I feel good. My health feels good, and I'd like to continue, you know. This term has been a real hard term that we just went through. It was one of the hardest terms that I've ever been on because of the fact of back taxes. And our back taxes, when we took over the first year in 2010, we could hardly pay the payroll at the end of the year. We were broke. I mean, we were literally broke. And things have turned around greatly now. We're in fairly good shape financially. It took a lot of hard work, as well as, you know, Schreiber is in the process of learning more about nuclear waste, and them people, they finance our economic development and our assistant. So it's worked out real well for us. Now we're in a learn more process. It doesn't mean to say that we're going to get it or we're going to want it. The people in town are going to have to make that decision. It's not a decision made by council, and we can get out at any time. And I know we have a lot of people lobbying to get out of it altogether, but I want to see us stay in the process, and then the people make the decision. Yeah. And I hope the decision that they make is made on the facts. I applaud younger people coming in. Like we have a young mayor, Mr. Figlamini. As you know, he got the job as part-time, like when Don took a leave of absence, and Mark has been doing a super job. I know when it first took place, Mark said, well, how about you taking it, because you're a former mayor? And I said, no. Young people have got to step up to the plate too. And so he's doing an excellent job. At least I think he is anyhow. I love working with him. He's doing a great job, and the same thing, you know, we get a few young people. I realize you need some of us old cultures too. It's important to step to the plate. We're planning on a paving program. We're trying to get money for a paving program, do some paving in town. And also revitalization of the downtown. That's on the plate right now. We're applying for funding to do a study on that and try and get money to do that. And like I say, with the help that we've got from the nuclear waste people, we'll be able to do some of these projects. So, and another important thing will be highway signage. We've got to put signage in on the highway to tell people out there what we have in town. Driving through town, all you see is a few houses going through. If you were to drive around town, you'll notice that there's a lot of buildings missing that we've tore down to clean up the town. Cleaning up the road, the house across the street is gone, and we got 4 or 5 houses in town that we've taken down already, and there's more to go. I think I got a lot to contribute yet. I know every time I go in the office, well, what idea have you got now? But if you don't keep coming up with ideas, you don't get nothing. And you know, everybody should be able to come up with an idea and see if it's viable. And if somebody come up on council and said, I got this idea, and brings it forward, and I might think, oh, well, I really don't like that idea. But if it goes through council, I'll be the first one at the door to help make it work. You know, we have to make it work. Whatever, if council is a team, and you got to work with the team, whether you might not care for what it is, but you can't do it without the whole team. So I'm that type of a person that if somebody comes up with an idea, I might want to do something a little different, but hey, if that idea goes across the board and they pass it, let's make it work.